Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss another LeetCode problem statement, that is threesome. It's a problem number 15 of medium category. So here we have given integer array and we just have to figure it out the triplets which the sum is equals to 0. And in this example, if you will see, we have -1 -1 2. If we will add all these elements, so you will get 0. Similarly, you have -1 0 and 1, so if you will add all these elements you will get 0. So from this given array you have to find the number of triplets, and what you have to make sure, like, you should not have duplicate triplets. So let me quickly jump to the board and we'll discuss about the approach. Okay, so whatever given array we have, right, let me quickly write it here. Like, this is -1 0 1 2 -1 and -4. The first thing we have to understand, what does this triplet means. So if we will do like a plus b plus c is equals to 0, it means you are adding these three elements and at the end you are getting target as a 0. Can we write this one in this way, like b plus c is equals to minus a? This is also correct, right? So we are going to follow this approach. Okay, in order to solve this problem statement, we have to follow two-pointer approach. So we will see how we are going to solve this. So the first step what we have to do is we just have to sort the given array. So whatever array you have, so the first thing is you just have to sort it. So let me quickly sort this array. So it will be like -4, -1, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Okay. Now in the very next step, let me quickly add the index over here. So index starts from 0 and it will go up to the length -1. So now in order to solve this, this minus a, this is a new target. It means wherever your cursor of I will be there, wherever your I is standing, that value will become your new target. Now, in order to solve this problem statement, we need two things. The first one is target and other one is sum. So let me quickly write it over here. We need two pointer. The first pointer will be the left pointer and the other one is right pointer. Left pointer will initialize from I plus 1. So it will be I plus 1. So left pointer will be at this position, right pointer will be at this position. And the target which we are talking about, it should be minus a. It means if I value is 0, then the target will be -4. So total target will be 4. So what we have to do, we just have to calculate. Okay, so the first thing what we need is left will initialize from which place? It will be I plus 1 every time. And what will be the value of right will be length -1. So every time whenever we are increasing the value of I, it will reset the value of left as well as right. So it will be length right will be n minus 1. So now after that, what we have to do, here we have L and here we have R. So we will do the summation. The target will be minus, this is the target, right? Minus A. So it will be 4. It's like -4. So it will be 4. Now we have to calculate the sum. So sum will be here 1. So we'll see whether 1 is greater than 4. So what is 1 is less than the given target. So if it is less than, so what we will do, simply we just have to increment the value of L. Now again we'll see this -1 is similar to the previous one, so we will increment the value of L. L is at this position. Now what we have to do, we just have to calculate the sum. It will be 2. So again 2 is less than the target. So in that case again we will just increment the value of L. Okay. Now what we will do, the summation is 3. Again 3 is less than the target. If the 3 is less than the target, then again we will increment the value of L. Now this L and R, whether if it is equal or L is surpassing or moving ahead of R, in that case we will come out of the loop and we will increment the value of I and reset the value of left as well as right. So now the value of I will be at this position. So here again the new target will be -1. So in this case it will be 1. Left will initialize from I plus 1, right will initialize from end. So what we have to do, we just have to do the summation of left and right. So total we will get 1. So what we have to do, this is equal to the target. So how come? It's 2 minus 1. So that is 1. So this is equal to the target. If it is equal to the target, then we just have to add these values in our list. So minus 1 and 2. Okay. Now again, once the sum is equal to the target, what we will do, we will increment the value of left as well as we will decrement the value of right. So again, we will do the summation. So it will be 1 minus 1. So it will be 0. 0 is not equal to the target. So what we will do, again, we will increment the value of left as well as decrement the value of right. So in this case, it will come outside the loop. In the very next step, again we have to reset the value of I will come at index 2, and left and right we just have to reset the value. Now the value of I is at this position, so the target will be, it will be, you know, minus 1. So the target value will be 1. So left will initialize at this position and right will initialize at this position. So what we have to do, again we just have to do summation. Summation will be 2. So what we'll see, 2 is greater than target. If it is greater, then we will decrement the value of R. Okay, in this case 1 minus 0, that is 1. So what we will do, it is equal to the target. Then we will add this elements also in this array, minus 1, 0 and 1. Okay, this is also done. Now we will increment the value of left. So left will come at this position and decrement the value of right. This will come at this position. It will come outside the loop. Again, the value of I will be at 0th position. The value of I will be at 3rd position. So let me add it. Now the value of I is at this position, the value of left is at this position, the value of right is at this position. So if we will see, now what we have to do, here we have 0. So 0, minus 0. So it will be like this. So if we will do the summation, it's a 3. So if it is 3, then what we have to do, we just have to decrement the value of, it's greater, right? So what we have to do, we just have to decrement. It is same. So what will happen, it will come outside the loop. Now we were talking about like why I will move from 0 to n minus 2. If I will come at this position, right, your left will initialize with this position and right will initialize from the last position. So again this will come outside the loop. That is the reason we are not considering this. So at the end we just have to return these two. So let me quickly jump to the LeetCode compiler and we'll write a code for the same. Okay, so the first thing what I'm going to do, like I'm just going to add one nums dot length in a variable, and we'll check if this if this n is less than 3, then we will not able to find the triplet, and from here itself we will just return a new array list, empty array list. Okay, now in the very next step, what we have to do, as we have discussed, the first thing is we just have to sort it. So in order to sort that, I'm using arrays dot sort, and I will be passing this nums. Okay, another that in order to solve this one, right, we need to hold all sort of triplets. So for that I'm just creating a variable of list, and we will be using this one to hold the values. I'm giving the variable name as list, so it will hold new array list. Okay, now as we have discussed, the iteration will start from index 0 and it will go up to the length minus 2. So it will be n minus 2. Every time it will keep on incrementing. Now the first thing, if by any chance there is any duplicates, then we have to ignore those things, right? So if the value of I is greater than 0, at the same time, if the value of nums of I, if it is equal to nums of I minus 1, in that case we'll consider this one as duplicate and we'll skip this one. Okay, in the very next step, what we have to do, we just have to initialize the two pointers. So left will be I plus 1 and your right will be length minus 1. Now we have to calculate that target, right? So the target, as we have discussed, it will be a plus b plus c is equals to 0, b plus c is equal to minus of that particular I. So it will be minus of nums of I. In the very next step, what we have to do, we just have to start the iteration and it will keep on moving until the value of left is less than right. And here we have to calculate the sum. Sum will be nums of left, okay, plus nums of right. In the very next step, what we have to do, if the given sum is equals to target, okay, what we have to do, whatever value we have, right, those value we just have to add it in the result. So result dot add, I'm just converting this all the values in the list and will store it. So arrays dot as list, this will hold three values. The first one will be nums of I, second one will be nums of left, and the third one will be nums of right. Okay, after all this activity, what we have to do, simply we have to increment the value of left and we have to decrement the value of right. By any chance, if there is any duplicate, so what we will do, we just have to ignore that. So left is, if left is less than right, then what we have to do, we just have to check nums of I, nums of left, if it is equal to nums of left minus 1, in that case we have to increment the value of left. It means we are ignoring that one. Similarly, we'll have like if left is less than right, and at the same time nums of right, if it is same with right plus 1, then again we just have to decrement the value of right. It means there is a duplicate and we are ignoring that one. So right minus minus. This is all about your if condition. In the very next statement, that is else if, as we have discussed, by any chance if the sum is greater than the target, then what we have to do, we just have to simply decrement the value of right. If the sum is less than the target, then what we have to do, we just have to increment the value of left. And at the end, what we have to do, we just have to return the given result. So let me go, at the end we just have to return the result. Okay, this is fine. We have sorted it, we have ignored the duplicates, at the same time we have calculated the sum. Let me execute this code and we'll see whether it's working properly or not. All the three test cases accepted successfully. Let me submit this solution. Okay, all the 315 test cases passed successfully, and this is the approach we follow in order to solve this problem statement. If you like the video, do subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.